The new year is nearly here, so it's time to celebrate with the champagne theme. Grab your notebook and let's go! Hey people, it's Temi if you're new here, and I'm so excited to start my 2021 bullet journal. It's this beautiful notebook from Notebook Therapy, and it's the limited edition Moonflower design. I'll leave a link to it down in the description. If you want to grab one before it sells out, you can use Temi journals for 10% off. I did these beginning spreads using flower stickers I printed myself, and it ended up being this beautiful, artistic, but also quick and easy setup. I'll leave a link to my 2021 setup video if you'd like to see how I put these spreads together. But I just love how it came out, and yeah, let's go with January. In case you didn't know, January is my birthday month. 6th of January, don't forget. So that's why I'm going for this champagne theme. And I was actually inspired to do this theme based on a drawing I did a few months ago in my Tiny Things book. If you follow me on my art Instagram or my TikTok, you might have seen that video. But I thought this theme was perfect to celebrate a new year, to celebrate a new month, a new age. In fact, last year, along the same celebration kind of vibe, I went for foil balloons. But for this cover page, I've gone for a champagne bottle that's been popped open. And here are the colours I'm using. So it's with my cheap brush pen set, which is a great Tombow dupe. All my supplies will be linked down below as usual. And for this theme, I really wanted to incorporate the champagne bottle. I found that if I stuck just to champagne glasses, the entire theme would have a very gold yellow tone. And because my beginning spreads are gold, I wanted to do something slightly different. So I incorporated this dark green colour, and I absolutely love this colour combo. Like, this isn't a colour combo that I'd normally think about, but I just think it came out beautifully for this setup. The colouring process is very simple because there's no blending necessary. We're just applying blocks of colour and giving the illusion of a blend using things like a dotting technique. So for the green area, I start by covering the majority of the shape in the lightest green, and I leave the space for the white bright highlight. And then I go in with the medium tone green and then the darkest green around the edges. And I'm applying some dots that helps give the illusion of a blend. And that's the basic colouring technique for this entire setup. And by the way guys, 2021, I'm going to follow a theme for the whole year. So normally, if you're familiar with my spreads, I pick each monthly theme kind of randomly, but this time around I've decided that I'm going to base all my themes in 2021 around drinks. So I'm starting off with the champagne theme for this month, but leave a comment down below with suggestions for different drinks that you think will fit the different months in the year. I already have some ideas for the next couple of months, but I would love to see what you guys would like me to do. But for the colouring in general, for the gold area for example, I've just used 2 shades of yellow and a brown. And what helps the gold look shiny is a sharp contrast from the lightest area, which I've left white, to the darkest area, which is the brown. To finish the drawing off, I'm just giving it a little bit of a cartoon look with an outline around everything. So I'm using my Faber-Castell Pitt pens, and it just brings the illustration together so well. And for the champagne itself, I'm starting by drawing some grey scribbles to just signify the areas where the champagne is flowing to. And for the cork, I'm just using a couple of browns with some dotting technique. And yeah, the cork is probably the easiest part of the drawing. And then I'm using a sharp yellow tone and leaving the majority of the areas white. So what really brings this together is outlining it. But the key is to be loose with the outline. So I'm outlining different splatter points away from the main shape. I'm finishing off with a simple January text and moving on to the quote page. My quote for this month is, "This is my year to sparkle." And for the sparkle text, I've gone for simple brush lettering in the light yellow, and then I'm adding a darker yellow to the top parts to give the illusion of a blend. And it's such a simple blending technique, but it makes the text pop so much. And if you guys are familiar with my channel, you know I'm a very optimistic person, and I'm really feeling good about this new year. And I think this is the perfect quote to start it. So yeah, here's my cover page for the month. Tell me what you think down in the comments. Moving on to the monthly spread, I always do a box layout because I love looking at my entire month at a glance. And I'm using a ruler to help me with each section, but each box is around 6 dots by 6. And I've gone for 2 champagne glasses on the left side of the page with a champagne bottle pouring into one of them from the top. The colouring technique is the exact same, and I love using brush markers here because it really fills the entire area so quickly. But of course you can use the likes of Crayola or anything else you own. For the champagne and the glasses themselves, I'm just using the 2 shades of yellow to form an unofficial shadow, and then I'm using my white acrylograph pen to add some bubbles in the glasses. I also used my Tombow grey pen for a little bit of shadowing for the glasses, but after outlining everything, that's the illustration done. For the calendar itself, I've just gone for a simple layout with just lines separating each line. I love this minimal layout for my calendar. And I'm using a dark green from the Acrylograph Cool Fall selection for the little headers, and I've got little yellow dots for where each day of the week is going in. Just to finish off the spread, I'm reintroducing a goal section to my monthly spreads. And this is just a section where I've got my main year goals, and I'll write 1 key goal for each category that I want to focus on for the month of January. It's something I used to do in 2020, and now that I'm back in an A5 notebook, I'm happy to have the space again to be able to reintroduce this. I have a video about goal setting and making my vision board, and that might help you if you're curious about making your own goals. Next, I've got my mood and habit trackers. So I'm starting off with a simple title with mood and habit written in my natural brush calligraphy. And I've just got tracker written in the main yellow colour for the month. For my mood tracker, I always love to do fun illustrations that match my theme each month. And I've got this champagne bottle that's kind of been popped open, and the fun thing about this mood tracker is I've got 31 spots to colour in. So I've got these lines that kind of show the motion, but the idea is to colour over each sparkle point at the end of the line. So if you'd love to see how this ends up looking, I'll post a picture on my Instagram at the end of the month. And the colouring for the bottle is the exact same. You know, I've just got the 3 greens that I'm using and the goldish look with the yellow and brown brush pens. Finally, I'm just finishing off with a key at the bottom that just goes from a yellow to a brown, signifying each mood. On the other side of the page, I have my simple habit tracker, and I always keep the same layout, so I'm just flipping back to my grid spacing spread where I've got the sizing of some of my most used spreads in my journal. It helps me quickly set up each of my spreads every month. I always use my calendar block stamps because it makes the process even quicker. I'm finishing off by writing the header with my green acrylograph pen, and that's it, that's my mood and habit tracker. Next, I have my gratitude log. And once again, I'm flipping back to my grid spacing spread because I've got the spacing for this gratitude log already laid out. And my gratitude log is always simple. It's just space for me to write 1 word a day of something I'm grateful for. And I love including this in my setup. It just brings back the spirit of gratitude for me, and I think it's so important. On the right side, I'm trying something new. So this year, I want to be more intentional about self-care, taking time to rest, being more mindful. And so I have these 3 squares where I'll draw a picture signifying a way I've taken care of myself this month. So it could be things like a phone-free day, taking a long bath, a complete no work day, which is unheard of for me right now. And at the bottom right, just to bring it back to the theme a little bit, I'm drawing this hand holding 3 champagne glasses. And this illustration just represents being served like you would at a restaurant, but I'm just reiterating the whole thing of taking time out for self-care and taking time out just to chill. So I'm not sure what this spread will end up looking like, and I'm actually very curious to see, but I hope it's something that will work for me so that I can incorporate it each month. And finally, I have my weekly spread. So for my weekly spread, I've gone for a vertical layout for the first week. For this spread, I've done an illustration of a champagne bottle in an ice bucket with 2 glasses at the bottom. and the colouring technique is the exact same, but this time around for the gold ice bucket, I'm essentially colouring in one direction, but I'm going in the shape of the bucket and just going from the sharpest white that I leave blank to the darkest colour, which is the brown. I'm using the green brush marker for each of the numbers and writing the days of the week in a cursive stretch font that I'm then making into a box. I'm just finishing the spread off with a January title, and I've got a box at the top for New Year affirmations, and I'm not sure what that will be yet, but again, stay tuned on my Instagram if you'd like to see that. So there we have it. Here is the final flip through of my champagne theme. And I love how these spreads came out. I really hope you like it. Tell me what you think down in the comments. And if you find inspiration from this theme, feel free to recreate, but please tag me on Instagram in the caption and in the picture so that I can see it. I've just uploaded my sister's January plan with me, and if you would like to see a simpler arty theme, take a look at that video. But thank you so much for watching this one. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you on my next one. Goodbye.